Hi everybody, so back here with another haul. It's going to be a little bit of a quicker haul than normal just because I did get a couple things that are a little bit bigger than what I normally get. And I am kind of doing this a little bit different. I kind of got everything laid out here in front of me. If you guys like this setup better, instead of just pulling out things one at a time, let me know if this setup, you guys kind of like this better. So I'm just going to kind of jump into the haul. So first up, picked up a Donatello from the new Turtles line. Still can't decide if I like this line, but the main reason I picked it up was because Myers had these things on sale for like $6 a piece. So I think I'm just gonna get the 4 turtles, and I think I'm either missing Raph or Leo. I think I've got Donnie and Michelangelo. I can't remember if I ever picked up Raph or Leo. I may have already gotten Raph, actually. I know I got Meat Sweats. He was the only one that I kind of really wanted. I just think that's a cool design, but I don't know. I don't like this cartoon much. I didn't get much of a chance. I watched one episode, and it just, I don't know. I didn't like the animation, and I didn't like what they did with the turtles. Maybe it got better as the episodes went on, so if it did, let me know if it's worth watching. But I have not heard really anything good about it, so, to go from the amazing Nickelodeon series that we just had to this crap, I mean, it was a big letdown, because that Nickelodeon series probably even better than the vintage one. Actually, it 100% is. The vintage one doesn't really hold up as well as much as I, loved it as a kid. But that last Nick line, that was amazing. Next up, got some Marvel Legends. I picked up Gambit. Actually, I didn't pick this up. I had a friend pick it up for me. You can't tell me that face doesn't look like freaking Channing Tatum. And then today they just announced that they canceled the Gambit movie. 100% official. Not going to happen. And then I picked up Blink. He actually picked up the Beast and the Jubilee. And who was the other one on the wave? And he picked up a Gambit because I think there was 2 Gambits in the box. So he picked up the other good figures that I wanted. Luckily, I still got them on pre-order, so eventually they'll show up because it doesn't seem like I'm going to find them in store. But these 2 figures are freaking awesome. I love these. I don't know if I'll ever be able to take them out of the box because I don't have any place to put them. But I like them in these window packages anyway, so I'm perfectly fine with this. If I ever run across a loose Gambit, though, he'd probably go down with the rest of my X-Men display. Which, that's... I think most of those figures are going to go. I don't know. I can't decide if I want to keep the old Toy Biz figures or not. I need to do something with that display. The only thing that's not going to go is the Sentinel. I don't know. I like the Colossus, I like the Juggernaut, and I like the little Sentinel display bases. I don't know. I don't know if I'll get rid of them or not. They're not really worth as much as they were probably, a year ago, so I should have gotten rid of them then if I was going to get rid of them. And I do still have, if you're watching, I do still have that. It's going to get mailed out to you. You know who I'm talking about if you're watching the video. So let's jump into this box. So I found the Ninja Turtle Raft Speedboat. It didn't come with these 2 missiles, so I had to order those on eBay. But other than that, now it is complete. So I'm pretty happy to have that. It was actually cheaper to do that because it ended up costing quite a bit less. Anyway, to buy the vehicle and then the parts later. Ninja Turtles is kind of good about that. You'll see something else here. I'm going to talk about it here in a minute, but some of these other vehicles it's almost better to just buy a complete one. Some of the Ninja Turtles I've gotten away with just parting them, piecing them together because you ended up getting lucky and finding parts for. But anyway, speaking of Ninja Turtles, this is one of the Dark Turtles. I want to say this is Dark Raph, if I remember right. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Dark Raph. I can't remember exactly what I gave for him, but maybe $5. He's pretty hard to find figure, from what I understand. I don't really collect a ton of the 2003 line, but yeah. Next up, did find little bag of goodies. And this is going to go with something else, and I'll talk about it later, but this kind of all came together. This is one of the Metal Mutant Shredders. He's supposed to have some armor that goes here and back here. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to pause this. Hopefully that seems clear. It seemed like the lens was smudged, so hopefully that looks better now. But yeah, basically the armor makes it look like a lion, I guess. He's supposed to have a piece of armor here, and I think a shield and maybe a sword or a spear or something. This is the only one of the Metal Mutant ones I've ever been able to find. Then I got another weapon for Bucky O'Hare. Turns out I already have that. And then some other Ninja Turtle weapons, another Bucky O'Hare gun. I think I actually have, I don't know if I have the birthday piece, but I think I actually have these two pieces for the robotic Bebop and Rocksteady. And then I got a couple little panel pieces for something you'll see here in a second, if you probably already actually see it there. But next up, I got a Beast Wars Wolfang is what it's called. I got this, the Raphael, and the next figure you're gonna see. I picked them all up for, I want to say it was $28 shipped to my house. No, I take that back. It was $12 shipped to my house for all three of these figures. So something like that. It was cheap. I think I gave $3 or $4 for this guy, and this guy is oh, I just completely had a brain fart. It's late and I'm tired, so but this is the Beast Wars Depth Charge. Depth Charge? Yeah, I think it's Depth Charge. He's missing a couple of the I think I'm missing one disc. I think I got, yeah. So I'm missing one disc and one of the missiles. I don't really care about that. The one piece I do want is a tail that clips on here. It's actually a sword, but if it's standing there, he'll actually stand by himself, because this thing is super backpack heavy. And I'm gonna move this out of the way here for now, so you can kind of see. Oh, come on! Don't be a jerk. There. We'll do that. But yeah, he can't even stand by himself without that, so he has to basically lean up against something. And I'm getting ready to make a new home for all my Beast Wars. I think I'm going to put my Beast Wars in a DTOF and put all my Masterpiece out here along this shelf that's behind where I'm filming now. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm not feeling that great tonight. You can kind of tell by my voice I'm kind of getting a little sick. Anyway, I'm not kind of happy. I'm really happy to have these. I got them for a great price, especially this guy. Even with the parts he's missing, would have gone for probably what I paid for all three of them, if not more. So I'm definitely very happy to have all three of those guys. That was a really good deal on those. And speaking of really good deals, so I did get a couple parts. This wasn't a really good deal, but I did get a couple parts for, I want to say his name is Psycho something. It's one of the Toxic Crusader figures. So I got some parts for him. And then I got a bunch of Ewoks. So I picked up all of these Ewoks for, what was it, like $20, and then I think I paid $8 for shipping on them. But typically, these Ewoks will go for around $10 to $15 a piece. And we'll just actually, I'm just gonna lay them out here so you can see them. So I got those two, and this one without the chest armor. If they'll all stand. They should all stand, though. But the main reason I wanted these was just to go around my Ewok village. And I didn't realize just kind of how pricey these things were. So I kind of got a good deal on them, I feel like. Come on, stand. Another one of you. Oh, they're not going to stand. And another one of you. And then I got 2 of these guys. And another one of these. And then I got this guy. Which, give me one sec. I'm going to look at something. Well, I'm going to pause this. So I'd gotten these guys in a haul a while back, so I was just wanting to see. I thought these were... Nope, they are different. I thought they were the same. But no, they are different. Are these guys the same? Well, it looks like the same sculpt at least. I don't know, I can't tell. Doesn't look like. It looks kind of different, kind of similar. But it's Ewoks. They're supposed to look kind of similar, kind of different. But I like Ewoks, so I'm really happy to have those. But I thought those guys, what I get? 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 10 Ewoks. I could have swore I only got 8 of these. I don't know where the other 2 came from. But yeah, I guess I got 10 of them. So, considering they're about $15 a piece, for, $30. I think I've got, well, I don't know if they'll go for 15. I could have swore I looked them up and they went for 15 without their weapons. So don't quote me on that. They could be $10 a piece without their weapons. But sorry, I'm still kind of. I could have swore I only had 8 of them whenever I won them. So maybe there was 2 of them in the pictures that I didn't see, or maybe the guy sent me a couple extras that he found, because he said if he had ran across some of the weapons like these, I don't think those were in the pictures, but he said if he ran across some of the weapons, he was just going to throw them in. So maybe he just threw in a couple extra Ewoks. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. I didn't even pay attention to it when I got them. Yeah, sorry about my state of whatever. my mind right now is foggy. And I'm not even on drugs. It's been a long day. God, me on drugs, that would be a bad thing. Alright, this stuff's kind of getting in the way, so I'm gonna take my pile of Ewoks and throw them in a box. There you go, go in the box. We'll put Shredder in a box. And we'll put all this crap in a box. And we'll put a V-Source in a box. And a gun. And a turtle. And a boat. Alright. So, next up, we'll get into the big stuff. Alright. Actually, before we get into the big stuff, let's look at this. So I ordered this on eBay through Zach Paris. It's an Australian dude. And he makes stickers, but he also makes stands, which I'm going to have to order some of these stands because they look freaking awesome. And I really want one for my Slave one when I get it finished, my B-Wing, and my Millennium Falcon. And then maybe one of these other things I'm going to show you. But I'm going to have to order some of those display stands because they look freaking awesome. But, I've been talking about doing some restorations on some vehicles soon. So I went ahead and ordered some sticker kits so I could go ahead and get started on the restoration parts. There's a couple things like my AT-AT Walker. I'm missing 2 guns. But I can still do the restoration and then just put those guns on when I get them. Same way with the Slave one. So I can at least get videos started of me tearing them apart. Speaking of videos, I'm going to do... I have a video of all my my goals for 2018 that I still want to go over, like the stuff I'm looking for, which actually I've already checked off a big chunk of them already this year. And also, I got a Ninja Turtle video that I'm in the process of editing together, editing. I don't really edit these things. I just kind of splice them together occasionally. Anyway, back to the stickers. So, this is for my Highway Haunter. It was missing. Basically, they put the ghost stickers on and left all the rest of the stuff off. So, I'll have a couple extra ghost stickers, hopefully. And then I got my Slave 1 stickers. And more Slave 1 stickers. And then I got my Ecto 1 stickers, which I don't know how many of those stickers I'm going to replace. I kind of want to keep as many vintage ones as I can, but if they're all scratched up, I'd rather just put on fresh ones. And these are all die cut too, so I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. And you get some extra little ghost stickers here. I don't know what I'll put those on, but who knows. Speaking of Ghostbusters, if anyone has extra helicopter blades for the Ecto 2, or they have a broken Ecto 2 that they don't want or whatever, I'm missing. I cannot find the blades for an Ecto 2, the helicopter. So if anyone's got those red blades, let me know. We'll work something out. Yeah, and this is the stickers for the AT-AT. And I apologize for being all over the place. I'm just not feeling that great, and it's been a long day, and you know, I just wanted to come into my toy room and relax a little bit, because this is where I relax. I love being in here when it's clean. It's finally getting there. It was a mess the last couple days, but actually at the end of the video, I'll show you what I've been up to as far as putting the collection together, because, you know, you're constantly doing that stuff. Anyway, so let me move those over here. All right, so this one has a bit of a story, and you can kind of, I'm blurry there, so. Hi, you can see my face. So I was actually watching a fellow YouTuber. If you're not watching Your Friendly Neighborhood YouTuber, look him up, Your Friendly Neighborhood YouTuber. I believe how it is. And if not, he'll probably comment on this video, because he usually does. Because he's awesome like that. I wish I had. I watch all his videos and then I forget to comment because I'm, you know, busy and brain dead and an asshole. But you know, I try to comment when I can on people's videos, but I watch them all. I'm at least adding to their view count. Anyway, if you're not watching him, you should be. He does really awesome reviews, and if you like Spawn stuff or Marvel Legends, X-Men, he does some really awesome reviews on that stuff. Very entertaining to watch, and it will make you sad when he takes a figure and open it up. No, it won't. Actually, it's pretty cool. Anyway, sorry, dude. I'm brain dead. So, but yeah. Anyway, you should be watching his channel. It's awesome. So he actually got this, and I instantly seen it. I paused the video and I bought this thing because this was a figure that I'd freaking wanted forever, but it was ridiculously expensive. And luckily, these things have come down in price to where I felt comfortable spending the money on it. But this is the Hamburger Head Spawn, burnt Spawn. Comes with the wolf, and I believe I actually have this figure with a bat, if I remember right, but it's loose. And I've wanted one of the, they actually call these the fish tanks, so if you're looking them up, you can actually look up McFarlane fish tanks and see these, because McFarlane made a lot of them. And I actually have some that I use as display, or used to. I don't use them as much, because these things, if you look up, I don't know if you can see it, but my Spawn up there on the left fogged up so bad, and all the other fish tank figures I had, so I actually got rid of a couple of my fish tank figures because they'd fogged up so bad. They're made with really cheap plastic, but if you can get them with clean and clear like this one is, the display cases look really cool. But one of the cool parts about it is McFarlane actually made some of them, and you can actually put your own lights in there, but some of the McFarlane cases actually came with built-in lights up here on the top. I think they were like a Collector's Club exclusive. Anyway, these are really cool cases. That's a really cool figure, and I really appreciate Your Friendly Neighborhood YouTuber for showing this, because it reminded me that I really wanted this, and it was something that I had just kind of blew off my radar, because I was just thinking, because, you know, once you figure something's just too expensive, you just kind of stop looking for it. So I stopped looking for this thing for a long time. So he's actually going to go good with the rest of these, I gotta move Hellboy out of there, but the rest of the spawns that I actually keep on display. If you're a Spawn fan, I have a video. It's one of my first, probably in my first 10 videos, but I show a collection video of all my figures in storage, and that's where most of my Spawn figures are. They're just in storage. There's no good way to really display them unless you take them out of the card, and you don't take those out of the cards. They look amazing in the cards, and they're gonna probably honestly break on you as soon as you take them out because they weren't made with like the best of plastic and stuff. Anyway, this is a cool figure, so I really do appreciate the fact that I do that all the time. I'll see someone who got something cool, and I'll start looking it up, and then I'll end up buying it. So that's why we kind of watch this stuff, is to think about and remember old toys and stuff that we once thought were cool, and we wanted in our lives, and now it's in my life. And I'm very happy to have this. Now I just got to figure out which of these figures is going to go. I think, actually, I'm going to move Cyclops over and move all my Marvel Selects down. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've kind of got them spaced out pretty evenly with 4 and 4, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to put Spawn over there where Cyclops is. Yep, that sounds like a good plan. Actually, I don't know, because I kind of want the Spawn on display. I don't think he fits. Oh, he does fit up here. Oh, he may end up going in this display case over here. You know what? We're just going to do that right now. I'm going to find a new place for Hellboy, because he doesn't fit. I moved my Hellboy stuff over there, so Hellboy doesn't really fit on the display. So now, there we go. Ta-da! I'll make it look better later. Let's just do this thing here. So I picked this. Actually, I bought. You can see it. It's right there. I got a Rattler. And I'll tell you the story about that here in a sec. But I don't collect G.I. Joes. I didn't think I'd ever get into it, but that was one of the vehicles I've always wanted, as a freaking Rattler. And I think my phone's gonna run out of battery. So shit. Let's go ahead and get through this real quick. So long story short, I was looking for G.I. Joe, just looking around at vehicles, and I found this. I think it's called the Sergeant Savage P40. It looks like a Mustang, but they don't call it a Mustang. I think it's just a Sergeant. Just look up Sergeant Savage if you want to buy one of these things, because there's only 2 vehicles in the G.I. Joe Sergeant Savage line, from what I understand. Anyway, I wanted to buy it. I asked one of my buddies who was a G.I. Joe collector. He's like, hey, I've got one I'll get rid of. So I got it. It's missing 2 of the missiles here. And the mechanism doesn't work. It had a lot of corrosion in the battery compartment, so I'm going to do a restoration video and show you how to fix the corrosion. Whenever I started doing it, the battery terminal snapped on me, and so I'm going to have to put a new battery terminal in it. So if you never put a new springy battery terminal in, I'll show you how to do that. But I will hopefully be able to pull this apart. It looks like all the screws are on the sides, and it doesn't look like stickers are in the way, so hopefully I won't have to re-sticker this thing. Hopefully I can just zip the screws out, separate the halves, fix the parts, put it back together, and be done. That's the plan. It never goes that way with vintage toys, as many of you know. So let me get this missile back on here. Alright. I gotta hurry up. So I'm gonna do the Rattler last. So I got an Imperial TIE Fighter, clearance at Walmart. No big deal. And then the big thing I got was Devastator. He's actually... Oh, fuck it. I'm just going to show you here. You've seen one of these Devastators. No big deal. I finally bit the bullet because the price kept going up, and they're starting to reach $200. I found one for $150. I said, fuck it, I'm going to get one before... Sorry about all the cussing. When I'm in a hurry, I cuss. I said, finally, I'm just going to go ahead and pull the trigger on it. So, the Rattler... Let's jump into this. I got the Rattler, and I got Ninja Turtles number 4 they had it $65. That'll be relevant here in a second. 2 things I wanted that were on my list for this year. And basically, one of my friends at the comic shop called me up and said, hey, this stuff came in. I know you're interested. So I took my Anti-Venom, first appearance of Anti-Venom, Spider-Man, whatever, 5 something. Second print, the really expensive one, it's probably going for like $220 now, and my first appearance of Black Adam, modern appearance of Black Adam, and first appearance of Isis from Shazam. Took him in there, and long story short, I feel like I got ripped off a little bit, but at the end of the day, I had $5 or $6 in those 3 comic books. So I got 2 things I wanted and got rid of 3 comic books I really didn't care about. But my Rattler sucks because the Gatling gun I thought I'd be able to repair. I didn't realize this was a sealed vehicle, so there's no way for me to get this gun fixed. So I'm going to have to buy a gun, cut it, and then modify it, because I still want this to be able to spin, the Gatling gun. I have an engine compartment that is from the 2008 line, so I'll have to repair that. And one of my missiles isn't original. You can see the different colors on this one and this one on the right. So I will have to find a missile, and then I still need a Wild Weasel. But the landing compartments work, all the guns work. There's nothing missing, the canopy, all that stuff. So I don't know if I got ripped off or not. I don't know what this. I'm assuming this thing in this condition probably went around $75. The Turtle comic went around $65. So I know the comic shop's got to make money on it. I know that comic book was a 9.6, 9.8, so he even told me he's going to send it out and have it graded, so he's probably going to make $500 on them. Well, that book will probably sell for $400, maybe, I don't know. I actually don't know what that book will sell for graded. I don't think I ever looked it up, but it'll sell for more than $200, that's for sure. So the comic shop won on this, but the main reason for it was because the comic shop went to, they were dicking around with some kid on a video game system on a Dreamcast, and then when I went to the guy to be like, hey, can you appraise this? He's like, oh yeah, you've been waiting around here 4 hours. I can't actually appraise those comics. You'll have to come back later. So I was pissed, but then the owner walked in. I was pissed I'd been there so long and no one had done anything. So I basically just told the owner, I was like, hey, look, I'm going to cut to the chase. This is what I want. This is what you get. Do you want to do the deal? And I didn't honestly look over the Rattler enough. I still probably would have honestly taken it, but I would have actually probably picked up something too. They actually had a whale there, and I think I could have gotten them to throw in a G.I. Joe whale, and my brain wasn't in the game. So if you take anything from this, take your time, be patient. I'm not that person. I'm not a patient person, so I screwed myself. But I still got a Rattler, and I'm still happy with it. I'll eventually be able to fix that gun. And I got a Ninja Turtles #4 first print, which completes all my oversized Ninja Turtle first prints. For some reason, I waited forever to get that, even though I still think that book was overpriced. I don't think it's a $65 book in the condition it's in. Anyway, that's it. I'm shutting this off because my phone is about to die. So, love you guys. Blah, blah, blah. Watch the videos. Videos coming soon. Toys, toys, toys. Bye.